Have you ever asked ChatGPT a question and wondered where it gets its answers? Or maybe you've noticed that weird AI-powered summary at the top of your Google search results. This isn't just a cool new feature. It's a fundamental shift in how we find information online. And for anyone who creates content or runs a business, it's changing everything. For decades, the name of the game was SEO, search engine optimization. You'd sprinkle keywords, build backlinks, and do everything you could to climb to the top of Google's search results page. But what happens when there's no results page? What happens when the search engine just gives you one single synthesized answer? That's where a brand new field comes in, and it's called Generative Engine Optimization, or GEO. It's the new frontier of digital marketing, and understanding it now will put you miles ahead of the competition. So, what exactly is it, and how is it different from the SEO we all know and love? Let's break it down. Traditional SEO is all about ranking high on a list of blue links. It's a competition for position. GEO, on the other hand, is about something different. It's about becoming part of the AI's brain. It's the practice of making sure your brand, your information, and your content are so good, so authoritative, and so well-structured that generative AI models like ChatGPT, Google, Gemini, and Perplexity choose to cite you in their answers. Instead of fighting for a spot on a list, you're fighting to become a trusted source for the AI itself. The term generative engine optimization is surprisingly new. It was first officially introduced in an academic paper in November 2023. Researchers didn't just coin a new buzzword, they proved it was a real, measurable thing. They even created a benchmark called GeoBench to test how different optimization techniques could influence AI-generated answers. Their findings were clear. Certain strategies significantly increase the chances of a source being included in an AI's response. This isn't just a theory. It's a new science, and the industry's catching on fast. Digital marketing experts are realizing that simply relying on old-school SEO isn't enough anymore. Why? Because user behavior is changing. Recent data shows that while over half of all website traffic still comes from traditional organic search, a whopping 58% of search queries are now conversational. People are talking to their devices, asking complex questions, and expecting direct answers. They don't want a list of 10 links to sift through. They want the answer right now. This has led to a new way of thinking. Instead of seeing SEO, AEO, which is answer engine optimization for voice assistants, and GEO as separate battles, smart marketers see them as three pillars of a single, unified content strategy. You need to be visible on Google's classic search page. You need to be the answer Alexa gives, and you need to be cited in a ChatGPT response. They all work together. So, how does this change things in practice? Think about the platforms. We're now dealing with two main types of AI-powered search. First, you have the hybrids, like Google Search and Bing. They still give you the familiar list of search results, but they now slap an AI-generated summary, like Google's AI overviews, right at the top. This summary might pull information from several websites, creating a single answer before the user even sees the first link. Then you have the dedicated generative engines. These are platforms like ChatGPT, Gemini, and Perplexity. You ask them a question, and they don't give you a list of links at all. They give you a single synthesized response. These are pure answer engines. GEO is primarily focused on winning inside these platforms, where being cited is the only form of visibility you can get. This transition from a link-based internet to a context-based one is profound. With traditional SEO, your success was measured by things like your click-through rate, your bounce rate, and your ranking on the first page. These metrics are becoming less relevant in a world of zero-click searches, where users get their answer without ever visiting a website. So, what do we measure instead? Welcome to the new world of geometric. Instead of rankings, we're talking about a generative appearance score, which measures how often your brand shows up in AI answers. We're looking at your share of AI voice, which is the percentage of relevant AI answers that mention your brand. And we're reusing AI citation tracking to monitor every single time an AI references your content as a source. Digital marketing dashboards are being completely redesigned to track these new cases because visibility no longer starts on a search page, starts inside an AI-generated conversation. Now, for the million-dollar question, how do you actually do generative engine optimization? How do you make an AI trust you? While the field is still evolving, some key principles are emerging, and they all circle back to one core idea: quality and authority. First, your content needs to be E. That stands for experience, expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness. This is a concept from Google that's become even more critical for Geo AI models are trained to identify and prioritize content from sources that demonstrate real-world experience and deep expertise. This means you need to create content that is factually accurate, well-researched, and clearly demonstrates why you're an authority on the topic. Citing your sources, linking to academic papers, and featuring expert authors are no longer just good practices, they are GEO essential. Second, think in terms of entities and topics. Not just keywords, large language models understand the world through a network of interconnected concepts or entities. An entity is a person, place, organization, or concept. Your goal is to establish your brand as a primary entity associated with your target topics. You can do this by using structured data like schema markup on your website. This is code that explicitly tells search engines what your content is about. For example, you can label your company as an organization, your product as a product, and an article's author as a person. This helps the AI connect the dots and understand who you are and what you will be an expert in. Third, focus on conversational language and answering questions directly. Remember, people are asking AI full questions. Your content should be structured to answer those questions clearly and concisely using FAQ sections, how-to guides, and clear headings that pose and answer common questions in your niche is a powerful geo strategy. You are essentially pre-packaging the answers for the AI, making it easy for it to grab your information and present it to the user. Fourth, originality and unique data are your superpowers. In a world flooded with generic AI-generated content, unique insights, original research, and proprietary data will make you stand out. If you conduct a survey, publish a case study, or analyze data in a new way, you are creating information that the AI can't find anywhere else. This makes you an invaluable source, and the AI will be more likely to cite you for it. Becoming the primary source for a statistic or a key finding is the holy grail of GIA finally. A strong Clean brand presence across the web is crucial. The AI doesn't just look at your website, it looks at your Wikipedia page, your social media profiles, your customer reviews, and mentions of your brand in reputable news articles. Building a consistent and positive brand narrative everywhere online reinforces your authority and trustworthiness in the eyes of the AI. The rise of generative AI isn't the end of SEO, it's the next stage of it's a move away from technical tricks and towards a genuine focus on creating the highest quality, most authoritative, and most helpful content possible. The platforms that win in this new era will be the ones that earn the trust of both humans and artificial intelligence. Generative engine optimization is the roadmap to building that trust. It's a whole new game, and it's just getting started. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this dive into the future of search interesting, please hit that like button. And don't forget to subscribe for more insights into the cutting edge of digital technology. Let me know in the comments, what do you think about Geo? Is it the future or just another buzzword? I'd love to hear your thoughts. See you in the next one.